Hello, Taurus. Here we are already coming up on the month of September. So we're going to take a brief look, a snapshot, of what the month of September may have in store for you. So let's see what the cards are, Taurus. We have the Eight of Swords, the Chariot, and the Five of Cups. So with the Eight of Swords, many people look at this card as a card of victim status, where you're perfectly capable of removing the blindfold and perfectly capable of removing your restraints because they're on there very, very lightly and loosely. And then you can just walk through the path of swords. And this can be a victim status card. I like to see it as suddenly you've begun to master something that you've been learning, something that you've been thinking about and working on. And it's suddenly as though the blinders are removed, or you're thinking, I just can't get this. It's like having a word on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't quite reach it. And I feel like this is maybe how September is starting, that you've got something you're trying to master and your mind is working on it, but you just haven't grasped it yet. But the Chariot is showing that that is going to change. You are going to grab a hold of whatever this idea is, whatever this belief is, whatever this communication is, and you are going to run with it. It's all of a sudden going to just pick up speed in such a way that you're not going to be able to believe that you ever couldn't get it or didn't understand it. And the Chariot is also saying that once you realize the light bulb has suddenly come on, once the light bulb has suddenly come on, the Chariot is saying, don't waste time. Get moving, take action, do whatever it is that you need to do, whatever this is, and just get moving. Stay focused on it and continue on with things. And it's saying with the Five of Cups that frustration that you felt, that emotional irritation of not being able to get it, is coming to an end. You're moving into that as a memory because you're no longer in that position. You've got it. You suddenly had, I guess you might say, the aha moment, and the frustration and anguish that you were feeling over the fact that you felt like you should know it, you should be able to get it, and you just couldn't. Again, that's now going to be a thing of the past. One other thing that I'm noticing here is that we have air and we have water, but we do not have fire and we do not have earth. So I feel as though this is saying, because of this scenario, because of the Eight of Swords and the maddening frustration that you were having, is that your passion for whatever this is was starting to wane. Well, it's time to bring that back in. Push that passion and realize that your mind is constantly working on this for you, and allow your intuition to come in also. Pay attention to that. It's not just about the mind. A lot of times it's also about the heart, and a lot of people forget that it's about the heart as well as the mind. Also, another thing that will help kind of speed the process will be to ground yourself. Because when you're all in your head, you can go floating up into la la land, or, floating up into the clouds with your mind, and all the ideas just kind of float away with the clouds. When you're grounded, that is not going to happen. You can keep yourself grounded to the earth, and you can keep your mind grounded with you. Now, there are obviously times that you want your mind to float for imagination purposes. However, there has to be a balance in that. So ground by walking around on the grass with bare feet, or going for a walk in nature, or sitting against a tree, transplanting a plant, however you feel the most comfortable doing it. Ground, because that will help you grab a hold and master whatever it is that you're thinking about, whatever this communication to yourself is. And then you can start moving forward because you're going to understand. You're going to master it. You are. So Taurus, that is what September has in store for you, perhaps. Let's see what happens. Take care.